Here's Johnny.
Horror movies have been terrifying audiences since the birth of film. Appearing just 1 year after the first ever publicly screened film, the horror genre aired as early as 1896. Initially, movies were silent and shown in black and white, and horror films relied on prevailing knowledge in order to frighten the viewers. In the 1930s, a whole new dimension was added to the film industry. Instead of relying on just moving pictures to convey ideas, sound was added, allowing for a whole new level of storytelling, and for the horror genre, a whole new level of terror. In a classic horror film, it is the sound effects and the background music that cause fear, not just the actions being shown. A sudden, surprising noise makes the viewer jump before he or she even recognizes what is on the screen.
Oh! No! No! Johnny!
If an ominous soundtrack plays in the background, this serves as a warning to the audience that something scary is about to happen, causing them to feel anxious and worried for the well-being of the characters. On the other hand, when sound is removed, the experience of watching the scene is greatly changed and certain feelings are never evoked. For example, watch the following clip, first without sound and then with sound. Try and see how the presence of sound changes how you feel as you watch the scene. And now watch the scene with sound. To further prove that sound is the most important aspect of the horror genre, we can carry out a similar experiment, except this time, removing the scary movie visual and leaving just the sound playing. Here's a video clip of one of the instruments that is used to make some of the most common, recognizable screeches and sound effects in horror films. Even without anything visually scary, we still feel fear or even get the chills from these noises. Sound and music has such a profound effect on us that it is even possible to make a typical scary movie funny by editing in a more upbeat, cheerful background soundtrack. A video clip with scary visuals but a joyful background song can make the scene feel ironic or even humorous. By hearing cheerful soundtracks, the viewer knows that this is not a serious scene, and therefore will not be scared the same way they would with the actual soundtrack. For example, watch these two clips, first with the original music, and then with a happier theme. Now that we know how important music and sound is for evoking emotions within the viewer, how do horror producers intentionally bring forth feelings of fear? What sounds do they use, and how do they know to use them? One specific sound known to cause fear is a high-pitched, piercing scream. So why does this sound fill our minds with terror? How does this single noise evoke an emotion of fear? As explained by National Geographic, one possibility is that the sound of a scream strongly resembles the sound of a crying baby, and part of our instincts as human beings is to protect our young. When we hear a sound resembling the cries of a baby, we are immediately worried and begin assessing the situation, looking to see what is wrong. The human brain has been conditioned to detect these high-pitched frequencies in reaction to the assumed distress of our young. These noises that are similar in nature to screams or a baby's crying are referred to as nonlinear sounds. These sounds are comprised of extreme fluctuations in both volume and frequency, which results in a rough, screeching noise. These sounds can be created through many different ways. Specialized instruments are often used, as we saw earlier, or standard instruments can be pushed to their limits until a nonlinear sound is produced, such as in the shower scene for Psycho. Another example of a nonlinear sound that everyone should know and hate is the sound of nails scratching on a chalkboard. Horror films have been around for over 100 years now and continue to be made. All the disturbing ideas and scary images would be worthless, though, without sound. Directors and film editors will forever be using nonlinear sounds to terrify viewers to a level that can only be achieved by sound.
Here's John C.